Good afternoon, everybody. Edward Leos here, publisher of the Hotel Guide and your host for Travel Talk. Man, I'm really excited about today's show. We got John Bottino from the ranch at Hudson Valley. I'm actually excited about this one because there's a lot of good things we're talking off camera about community and what's going on over there. And I'm really excited to kind of bring him into the mix and give us some information on not only himself, but about the ranch. But hey, John, how are you doing this afternoon?
Good afternoon, Edward. I am so happy to be here with the Hotel Guide and to talk about the exciting things that we have going on at the Ranch Hudson Valley.
Well, perfect. Prior to doing that, I always love our guests and our audience to know a little bit about our guests. So tell me a little bit about yourself, maybe how you got into the hospitality industry and kind of what got you to the ranch.
Absolutely. I grew up, my parents had a restaurant in New Jersey, and so I was locked into a commercial kitchen at a very early age. And after a university at Rutgers, I embarked in the hospitality industry and really focused on rooms and food and beverage. I dabbled in consulting, which was really amazing. And while I was doing that, with hospitality, you work weird hours, so you need that gravity. So I fell into yoga and really became part of the yoga community when I was living in Boston. And then I got my certification, my 200 hours in yoga.
Wow.
And then I was living on Nantucket, and an opportunity presented itself to join the ranch. And that, for me, merged the idea of health and wellness and being fit with hospitality, which is, my trade of choice. So It was really a natural fit.
That's amazing. Wellness. I think I was just reading something last week on the wellness here in the United States is a $1 trillion industry now. It is just growing by leaps and bounds. In fact, in our magazine, we actually have a standing wellness section. We believe it's so important. So when you're talking about wellness and you're talking about the ranch, tell me how those two fit into the mix and how those are being kind of like hallmarks for the industry right now.
Absolutely. I mean, candidly, I'll say wellness really is kind of an overused term, and it could mean anything from like lavender essential oil at turn down service, and then to what we do at the ranch. And that's really about a holistic approach to yourself. It's an ability to reset and it's ability to reconnect. We really pride ourselves on building a sense of community and allowing our guests to relinquish responsibility. So when they come here, we're really setting the cadence and meeting everyone where they're at, but allowing them to let us take the lead in providing an experience. And it's something that you can't find anywhere else.
No, definitely. Tell me a little bit about what a guest would experience when they first get there. So walk us through hey, I've chosen the ranch, I'm coming there. What's the average stay that somebody stays there, and maybe a little snippet about what they could expect?
Absolutely. And I'll speak specifically to the Ranch Hudson Valley, which is our newest location. Before the guest even gets here, there is time that's taken to consult with them to really understand where they're at on a physical and mental level, and what it is that they're looking to get out of this experience. And then that allows us to meet the guests where they're at. And then they arrive. And when they arrive, we bring them through an orchestrated, structured program. And when we talk about it, I think Mozart goes off in my mind, because we really just try to keep it as timed as a Swiss watch. So you have the guests arrive. We bring them through an orientation where we talk about safety and protocols when they're out on the hikes, ways that they can, replenish themselves and using our modalities, whether it's our cold plunge, our hot tub, our infrared sauna, all of our additional services. We really allow the guests to understand how they can get the most out of their experience. And then they'll wake up the next day. All of our meals are plant-based. We go around and we wake you up with Tibetan chimes. We come to your door at 5:30 in the morning, and then we lead you in a morning stretch. And it's such an amazing way. Everyone's like, oh, that's so early. But when you wake up and you just start moving your body in that manner, it's just the best way to arrive to the day.
Yeah.
And then from there, we'll take guests on a 2 to 4 hour hike here in the Hudson Valley in Harriman State Park and Ringwood State Park. And then from there, we will feed you, we'll bring you back, you'll have lunch, and you get a massage every day. So we have some of the best massage therapists in the area. So you'll get a 50-minute massage. And then there's a fitness class, a yoga class, and then dinner. And then by that point, you are exhausted and you're ready for a great night's sleep.
No, definitely. It's a great way to start. I mean, people don't understand the importance of starting your day properly. And one of the things that I also do is I'm actually a leadership and a business coach. So I do some consulting in the hospitality industry too. And the importance of starting your day right, with the right mindset, with the right tools, getting that body moving. I love the fact that you have it. And I love how you said almost down to like the Swiss watch timed experience, because when you're really talking about relinquishing that, people are so used to doing things and being in control, and when they kind of give that up, it gives them the opportunity to really engage in the wellness aspect of what you are doing, which I really love. How long do guests normally stay on property?
So our program is either a 3-night or a 4-night stay. We have guests that can arrive on Monday, they'll depart on Thursday. And then we have guests that arrive on Thursday, they'll depart on Monday. And going back to that watch, one of the arrival gifts that you receive is what we call our ranch watch, which is a leather band that has an R on it, but it doesn't tell the time, because that's our job with you relinquishing that responsibility. So we are timed like a Swiss watch, but that's for us to do for you. And really, we're just allowing you to just experience the day.
That's incredible. So, we finished we finished our first quarter. We're almost knocking down, finishing the fourth month of the year. What are some of the plans or things that you have on tap for the year for the ranch this year?
So the opening of the Ranch Hudson Valley is we're in our infancy stage and launching it. So we're still recruiting top talent for hiking, massage, culinary to add to our team. So we have our core for opening, and it's as we get more momentum, it's building that team. So that really excites me from leading this operation. In terms of additional services, colonics will be coming in May. And we have currently on site working with me, France Roberts, who is really the benchmark of training and talent when it comes to colon hydrotherapy. So I'm so excited that we're working with her. We really have the best and the brightest that are allowing us to take off, and we are going to Mars.
Oh no, it sounds totally amazing. So when you're looking for people, so if you're looking for that perfect person to come join your team, what does that person look like to you?
They come, it really is. It's when I look at our team and how diverse they are, it's really spectacular. It's the ability to have that level to serve. And, in yoga, we call it seva, or, service from the heart.
Correct.
And that is like the X factor that you look for. And our team is so diverse. We have everyone that has worked at an REI to those that are joining us from our Malibu team. And that just really, it allows our guests to see a kaleidoscope of staff for us to relate with them.
Yep. No, that sounds amazing. I love what you're doing over there in the Hudson Valley and such. Let's shift gears a little bit and let's talk some personal travel. I always love to ask my guests, what is some of the favorite destinations you have been to? And then maybe give us some ideas of some of your bucket list travel plans, because I know there's always so much for us to be able to go visit in this world. But what are some of your favorite travel destinations you've been to, John?
I would say aligned with yoga, India and Southeast Asia. I did a solo backpack after university, and that was one of my favorite trips. So all through Rajasthan, Singapore, wow, Thailand, and then Hong Kong. And then recently, like where I go to escape is the Shivananda Yoga Ashram in the Bahamas. And it's kind of similar to what we do here. There's a bell that goes off at 5:30 in the morning. You enter meditation at 6 o'clock, 3 hours of yoga every day, all plant-based. So those are kind of my off the grid where I love to go. Being in this industry, I also love a weekend in Vegas when I have to be
Oh,
there for a conference. And leading into my time here with the ranch, I did live in California for a year and worked at our Malibu property. So experiencing the national parks in California, in Utah, I also led our program in Vail. So being in the Rocky Mountains, those were just the ability to connect with nature. So I really enjoy connecting with nature.
So those are your ones you've been to. Do you have any bucket list destinations that you want to still try and attack?
Absolutely. I haven't explored South America at all. So I'm very interested in getting to Machu Picchu as well as to, Patagonia with the salt flats. So
Yeah.
that is on my bucket list. And, I just need someone to go with me.
Man, I'm sure you'll be able to find someone. Those are some fantastic destinations. You piqued my interest with your backpacking trek out of what you finished at the university and such. How was that? And if give me some insight to that. How exciting and experiential was that?
It was definitely one of the most transformative things I ever did. I kind of went into it very naive as a 20 something year old that's like, I'm going to backpack through India. And then you arrive. If you've ever been to India, it's like you have arrived.
Yeah.
And I had a little bit of a breakdown, but I asked for help while I was there. And then that was able to kind of shift that trip. And it's such a vibrant and emerging nation. I haven't been back in 10 years, but I know when I do go back, I'm going to see familiar things and I'm going to see brand new things with how that economy is just so dynamic.
Oh, I can imagine. Okay, so as we wrap up, we're getting closer to wrapping up here. Give us some insight on any additional thoughts, final thoughts, and then where can people find out more information about the ranch at Hudson Valley and some of the great things that you guys are doing?
Totally. Our Instagram and social media is a great way to connect with us. I just recently did a yoga sequence that you'll find. So we do our techniques of the week as well as tips. And it's a great way to connect with our community. And that's at The Ranch Life. And then our website is theranchllife.com. And that gives you insight into all of our programs. Here in Hudson Valley, we not only offer programs for individuals, but we're also looking at bringing corporate groups and buyouts in. So if you, have your team or your company and you're looking to do something that is wellness approached and, where you can relinquish responsibility, that's a big portion of our business.
That's amazing. Well, I'm really thankful for having you on the podcast today, John. I think the amount of information and sharing about the ranch in Hudson Valley is so important. And again, I want to thank you for being a guest. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Edward. It's really been a pleasure. I'm just so passionate about people feeling the best that they can. And that's what we do here at the ranch.
No, I can totally see that. It comes across on screen, John. And again, I thank you for being on the podcast. For everybody who's out there, who's watching, our followers, please please share. You can find this at thehotelguide.com on our social channels. And then just like John said, go out to their Instagram handle, follow them for sure. And then check them out on their website. We'll put their website in the comments. We always want to make sure that our guests are appreciated and loved and supported from our end as well. But as I like to end all of our podcasts with travel and let's make some memories. That's what we're about. And we've got some great people here that you'll be seeing not only today, but also in the future. So until then, have a fantastic day and we'll see you soon. Take care.